In this episode, I will tell you why each of you should strive to make your first $1 million. Hello and welcome to wealthlessons.club, a podcast channel where we talk about how to make money, a lot of money, because we believe it's good to make money. And if somebody disagrees to this point, I welcome you to my show. It'll be fun to debate. One of my favorite quotes comes from Jim Rohn. He says, set a goal to become a millionaire for what it makes of you to achieve it. Do it for the skills you have to learn and the person you have to become. This is the crux of why one should strive to become a millionaire. To become the kind of person you will become in the pursuit of this goal. In this pursuit, you become more valuable, knowledgeable, resourceful, and more responsible. When you commit to make $1 million, you will place a high demand on yourself. Most people often don't place high demand on themselves, but magic happens when you start demanding more on yourself, because then it puts you on a high growth trajectory. Let's hear from Brian Tracy, one of my favorite public speakers on this topic.
It's not becoming a millionaire that's important. It's the person that you must become in order to become a millionaire. Yeah. You have to become a completely different person. You have to develop character beyond 99% of the people in the world. You have to develop honesty and discipline and quality relationships and the willingness and the ability to work and set priorities and all kinds of stuff. Because without that, nothing is possible.
What does it mean to make $1 million? When you make $1 million, it means the world paid you $1 million in exchange of the value you offered to the world. So chasing $1 million is making yourself that much valuable to the world. And let me tell you, there is no pursuit more worthy than making yourself more valuable to the world. So what does making $1 million do to you? Number one, freedom. Other than fostering enormous personal growth, it also offers you enormous freedom. And freedom is the most precious thing in life. It allows you to live life on your own terms, to do things on your own terms, to make decisions on your own terms, which unfortunately most people do not have. And as a result, they live life of quiet desperation. Most of us are operating life not out of our free will. We have to show up for work and slog for hours because we have to pay our EMIs, we have to take care of our expenses, and so on and so forth. But $1 million in the bank takes you away from that constraint. Number two, it gives you the power to accomplish more. While there are other people who would want to retire after earning their first million and live off the interest from that money, there are others who use this power to impact change. They build on their first million to make more millions. They build new businesses. They work in fields that they're most passionate about. Brian Tracy says, making the first million is hard, but making the second million is inevitable. Let's hear from him.
The first million is hard, but the second million is inevitable. So once you earn your first million, then you are the person who can earn a lot of money. And the second million it's never easy. Never easy, but it's easier. The first million is really hard. The second million, not so much.
So Brian here said that making the second million is inevitable. Do you know what Arnold Schwarzenegger said on this very topic? Let's hear him out.
What's the easiest way to make money?
Which
one?
The first and most important thing is, everyone tells you that the first million is the hardest to make.
Right. Yeah.
So start with the second million.
Right.
Hello? It was supposed to be funny, guys. Come on, wake up. I thought that we have a breakfast show here.
That was so funny. I never knew Arnold had such sense of humor. Now, I was watching this interview of Nitin Kamath. He's the CEO of India's largest digital stockbroker, Zerodha. He's the youngest billionaire India has ever produced. And did you know what he said when he was asked about his influence with the money that he has made? He said that he wants to use his influence and money to invest in impacting climate change projects. That was his purpose. You know what Elon Musk did after he sold PayPal? He He didn't go and retire in a beachside. He used all that money and invested in two of his companies, Tesla and SpaceX, because his vision is to make interterrestrial living possible. That is his purpose. One of my favorite TED Talks is from Rick Warren. He's a very prominent Christian religious leader. His TED Talk, A Life of Purpose, struck a chord in me. In his talk, he asks an important question. What is in your hands? Hands, which figuratively means what is the influence and the power that you have in your hands, and what are you going to do with that power and influence to the world?
My wife and I got married 30 years ago. We started tithing. Now that's a principle in the Bible. It says give 10% of what you get back to charity. Give it away to help other people. So we started doing that, and each year we would raise our tithe 1%. So the first year of marriage, we went to 11%. The second year, we went to 12%. And the third year, we went to 13%, and on and on and on. So my advice to you is look at what's in your hand, your identity, your influence, your income, and say, it's not about me. It's about making the world a better place.
So with more financial power, you have more capacity to impact change to the world. There are thousands of examples of how historically and in modern times, people with wealth have had massive impact in their philanthropic activities. One of the prominent ones is the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, where Bill and his ex-wife Melinda, they founded this foundation and they helped in eradicating polio, fighting malaria, women contraception, and untouchability in many parts of the world. Even Warren Buffett, one of the richest persons in the world, donated $33 billion of money to Bill and Melinda Foundation. And Bill and Melinda Foundation has done massive impact to the world in making the world a better place, especially on eradicating some very dangerous diseases. This is what influence is, and this is what Rick Warren means when he says, what's in your hands? Now, I listed out all the benefits of raking your first $1 million. But do you know, even before you make your first $1 million, the pursuit of making your $1 million itself make you more attractive. Here's how. Anybody who is in a mission or in a pursuit of achieving something big automatically becomes attractive to the world. Now, when I say attractive, I don't mean physically attractive, but intellectually attractive. People want to associate with you. People want to do business with you. People want to make friends with you. That's how attractive you become when you are relentlessly pursuing and you have a sense of purpose. Vis-a-vis somebody who is just sleepwalking through life, who does not know where he wants to do. As a result, they're not as appealing as somebody who has a sense of purpose. But when you meet a person who is driven and is on a path to pursuing something big, it shows in their eyes, and you know that he's on to something. And just for that reason, you like them. You want to be friends with them. You want to associate with them. If you really like this episode, I would urge you to subscribe to this channel and also share it with your friends. Maybe there is somebody who is lost, who is wayward, who does not have a purpose in his life. Maybe this video will inspire them to have a certain purpose. Looking forward to have you again in the next episode. See you around. Bye-bye.